What's going on, guys? Full disclosure, while I'm editing this video, I realized that I didn't really provide any context. I started demoing the Rane Performer, the beta version, back in late November, early December, and now it's February when I'm actually filming this. So the first portion is the unboxing from the beta unit. The second portion of the video is the actual, what is probably going to be the final production version. That's why I'm in different clothes. That's why the lighting and the angles are set up differently. So I thought I'd provide that for you guys. Back to the video. Man, what is this? Who's this from? In music? I just got the Rane 4 a year ago. Bear hugging it. So let's see what this is. It's from In Music. Who knows? It could be something dope. We've been talking about this for the past year, and shout out to Rane for sending this to me. I can't believe I'm unboxing this and sharing it with you guys here on Instagram and YouTube and all socials. What's going on, guys? My name is DJ Yoshi. I am a sports and touring DJ from the New York City area. Been in sports for the past 22 years. I'm traditionally a turntable user. I love the feel of it. That's why my preferred setup is a Rane 72 and two 1200s. You guys can see right now when I travel, I'm actually using a Rane 4. And I love the Rane 4 because you have two channels here, and I can also control stems. So when a PA hits, I can just hit the stems button, drop right to an instrumental, and I have two other channels. So 7-point audio is hooked up to one channel, so is click effects on another channel, and in a worst case scenario, iPod or a phone. Check this out. Ooh, 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 ooh. People are gonna say, what is that? It looks like a Rane 4. It smells like a Rane 4. But it is the brand new Rane Performer. I'm so happy that we could do this here for those on the YouTube channel and Instagram. Once again, welcome in. Click subscribe if you haven't done so. This is your brand new Rane Performer, and let's power it up for the first time. It looks good. It feels good. Mag 4 on the crossfader. Adjustable tension faders on your channel up and down. That was my biggest gripe with the Rane 4. Everything on the Rane 4 to me felt right. You didn't get platter burn on your fingers when you would play for an extended amount of time. Sometimes on other controllers, I would get platter burn. I'd basically rub off my fingerprint. Everything for me on the Rane 4 was great, except for the channel faders. I felt like you had to throw it all the way up there, you know, give it some oomph to scratch. This is perfect. It has the ability to change your left and rights here for channels 1 through 4. Stem split control, instrumental, acapella, instrumental. In comparison, off the bat, you are going to notice that the Performer it's relatively heavy. It's about the weight of a turntable. It's 28 pounds, I believe. And size-wise, check this out. It's the same length pretty much on par with being the same width. It's just a height difference. And of course the weight difference. I mean, I could bring the Rane 4 and just carry it like this and have it be a handheld carry. This is your tap for auto. You could change your parameters over here. Change the beat. BPM left and right. Filter roll, noise, flanger. Sampler level, and you can assign sampler to channel 4 if you would like to. Booth and zone out, of course. Main, channel A, B, And I see USB in line. Let's see what the lines are like. Yep. Line and phono inputs. So you could plug in 2 additional turntables here if you'd like. And I may just do that. I need to figure out more real estate space over here. Sync, cue, you have shift up here. So you have your traditional beat jumps, beat jump length over here, slip and motor off. So you can actually run this without the motor if you wanted to. And your sensor silent cue, reverse, load prep, scroll wheel, stem split up here, and then your ability to control decks 2 and 4 individually. Hot cue, pitch play, roll, saved loops, sampler, scratch bank, stems, and slicer. So let's spin it up for the first time. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? Do you see that? There is as much torque in here as a 1200, if not more. My biggest issue when I was using a Rev 7, and I use a Rev 7 a bunch of times for our DJ gigs, if I'm not bringing a Rane 4 and I'm not bringing 2 turntables and a mixer, it would be a Rev 7 or an SRT. So I am not just fanboying over Rane. I'm giving you true feedback as to what my thoughts are on Pioneer. First, Rane has a cleaner output. And if you don't believe me, take the output of a Rane, take the output of a Pioneer, whatever it may be, plug it into a scope, and you can actually see the peaks and valleys. There's more dynamic range that you have here versus Pioneer, which is being more compressed. Yes, it's loud, but it's actually more compressed. When it came to the Rev 7, the platter feel was my biggest issue as to why I did not love that controller. The platter feel and the pitch being up here. I love a battle style turntable, but there is no need for the pitch to be all the way up here. That's just played out, all right? That's just played out. Why would you have the pitch all the way up here when you know that you're using a case for this and the case has the overhang that's gonna cover it? So you would have to push the laptop deck further back, and throughout the course of the night, that 2 inches that you have to play with it, it can actually take a toll on your back. Having the pitch control right next to the deck instead of all the way up here, I mean, just do this, right? And do it repeatedly. You don't need that. These parameters being up here are perfectly fine. But for as often as you touch the pitch controller, you don't need it to be all the way up there, especially for those that like to pitch ride. So that's issue number 1 with the Rev 7. It's the pitch. Issue number 2 that I have with the Rev 7 is the platter. It has the bend up and bend down feature, which is great. But if you're coming from a turntable and you're trying to simulate that turntable feel, people like to mix like this, okay? You like to give it a little break here and there. You're not looking to, and for those who like to pitch bend, you can actually pitch bend on here too. But if you're coming from turntables and you want that feel, look at this. I'm giving it my all there. I'm taking the fingerprint off my thumb right there. To me, this feels more natural. The vinyl feel is great. Slip mats. As you can see, Rane was smart and sent these things. Find your feel. So underneath, this is how the platter operates. Magnets that spin here. And guess what these are? Slip mats. You do that. And for me, that's probably where I'm going to live, you know. And then, of course, you have your plastic rings. You can go straight on plastic if you wanted to. But that feels great to me. And I'm not a big scratcher anymore, but everything about this feels right. I will probably mark the record so it again, simulates more like a turntable. And I have tension all the way off here. And you can crossfade adjust here to be slower or faster. Cue gain, headphone controls, split cue off, And over here is your microphone. You have the mic on switch, you have level, then you have the high and the low control of mic 2, and mic 1 is up here. The Super Bowl week comes and the internet explodes. DJs are going crazy. Oh my God, is that a Rane 4 with motorized platters? Couldn't say anything. Yes, it is. Pow, baby. Officially announced and released. This is the brand new Rane Performer. Let's see what it's like. Also, shouts to FedEx for not really posting pictures about gear out there. I am thrilled and thankful that I got to be a part of it. So thank you to the Rane team for allowing me to give my input and just abuse the original test unit throughout our process of beta testing. So originally, what you've seen on the platters was non-existent. You had to go back to your laptop and refer to it. Now, since then, everything pretty much integrates, and you can see that it integrates with Serato. You could see your crates. You could see my Army basketball crates where I just came from doing Army-Navy basketball. All of this information is pretty much brand new when it comes to the Rane Performer. It wasn't there, and now you guys can see what it's like. And you can see I'm pretty heavy-handed. I actually didn't even assign these yet. Right, left, right, left. There you go. And of course, the usual double tap to get down into instant doubles. And no matter where you are on the pitches, when you double tap, it automatically takes it. So you can see that this was +4 and this is -3. And you can see your beat jumps correspond with what's on the screen, 32 bars. You can even go to a 1/32 quarter notes, 1 bar, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, I like to do it in 4s, especially when you're quick mixing. Sometimes 8s if it's a house track, then you can just skip and skip. Same effects, filter, filter roll, noise, flanger, and you can control it with these right here. Of course, your low, your mids, your highs, and your trims. Source, USB-A, USB-B. You can quantize. This is your microphone on. Your microphone inputs are in the back. Both of them are in the back. Your mic 1 controls here, and you can even assign mic effects if you wanted to. Your mic number 2 controls here in the front panel, and you have an on and off switch. Now here are the effects. You have to assign the effects. So when I'm 4-channel mixing, it's cool because you could just quick assign on the effects. Onboard effects: echo, recycler, scalar down, reverb, matrix, and echo out. When you're using these, let's go to echo, you can change your filters, and if you click down on it, you could change your feedback. Okay, and then this is the depth of it. You can also change your BPM, and of course select left and right, and then you can just go in auto if you want to. Recycler, pretty much the same thing. Your resonance high, mid, low, your BPMs on that. Scalar down, for those who don't know what scalar down is. Now, when you're using scalar, you can go major, you can go minor, whole steps, or penta. And if you don't know the difference between major, minor, whole steps, and penta, they're different types of scales. Whole step, half step. It's music theory. Reverb, Pretty much the same thing. Your decay, you can change by tapping down on it, and your filter pass. Matrix, that's how the matrix out sounds, and you can change your length on there by adjusting with the jog wheel. Echo out, you don't have to worry about anything. Like with the echo, you actually have to pull the fader up and down. Echo out will actually echo out. So for the Pioneer fans that loved having echo out, there it is for you. And you change your high pass filter cut on there. If you don't like the effect, you could just go here. Let's say you don't like scalar. Let's see what backspin is like. That's backspin. If you don't like backspin, you can go to beat break. You don't like beat break? You can go to bit crush. And if you don't like bit crush, what else do we have? We have break. You could achieve break the same way as reducing your stop time there. Cyclone. That almost sounds like a ping pong delay. I'll have to confirm with that. Duck echo. Your regular echo, which is already there. Echo out is there. Flanger. But flanger also exists in this regular panel too. Hold echo. For those who don't remember, hold echo, it's basically what we used in the clubs in your Pioneer mixers when you wanted to change the DJs and there was only like one Serato box. You would just do hold echo on that. Phaser. For those who don't understand what phasing is, it's another production thing that you could do. That's actually how acapellas are made, or instrumentals. If you have the song and the instrumental, you can make an acapella by phasing. If you have the song and the acapella, you can make the instrumental by phasing. Pitch down, pumper. I've never used pumper. Ooh. That's actually pretty dope. Rider. That's pretty dope. And you can change it on the scale as well. That's pretty dope. I like that. You could rise. Roll. Stretch out. What am I going to use? I'm probably going to use pumper. I actually like pumper. Pumper it is for me. That's the onboard effects that you guys have. Going here and actually using the track. And you can see that that corresponds with all of your cue points. Your cue points will show as you go through it. And whatever's playing on the left side or the other platter is there. Why stems is so big for me in sports is we do things called stingers. You play a popular song coming out of the whistle. Game stops, whistle, you're going into break. You have 15 seconds to get your point across. Right? People are getting into it or people are getting ready to go on their bathroom breaks. Cue instrumental for PA. PA read. Rejoin, guys. That's that. And pretty much, you have your hot cues and then pitch play if you wanted to. Go to your saved loops. Hot cues. Rolls if you want to roll. Sampler. And then you could do your traditional stems. Basic stem controls. Your shift button, you can see that. You can get in and out with a motor. You can turn the motor off. Check this out. Let's say you don't like this display mode, right? So these are your beat jumps right here, as we spoke about earlier, and you control that by adjusting this. Let's say you don't like the display mode. Shift, display mode, deck 2, slip, sync mode if you want. So you have options. Traditionally, I live here, and probably because that's what came out of default, and I have issues. So stem split mode, acapella goes on 1 and 2, and then instrumental goes on 3 and 4. You would just have to click that, and then you can control it individually. What's really cool in here is your additional menu. So, like I said, you have silent cue, you have channel faders, you can change your contour, and this is how you go into hamster mode if you wanted to. Your main meter, you could change how you want to monitor on your gains. Post main or pre-main. You also have your microphone. If you want to echo out on your feedback, change your talk over level, the booth, all of this. Check this out. Motor torque. You can change the torque from high to low. I keep it in high because, again, I said I'm heavy-handed. Wheel display. Check this out too. I play a lot of baseball events, and when I'm outdoors, I need something like this. Day mode. We have day mode in Serato. Now you can have day mode on your Rane Performer, so that really helps too. You could change your needle markers. You could change the time, how your library view is. You can turn your needle marker off if you want. When I mark the platters, I turn the needle marker off. Filters, you could change how the resonance is. And of course your firmware, your FX resets, you wipe everything back to clean with a factory reset. When you first get it and you install the driver and the software, go into the driver and configure it for your performer. So I actually didn't do it here. Because I got it. You calibrate your crossfader, and it just says move left and right 2 times. That's it. And then you can see it. If you can't see, the best part about this is you can name your cue points, you can name your samplers, and everything scrolls. When I'm working in sports and big play happens and I want to hit a goal horn, sample, go to the goal horn, hit it. When I'm in radio, I have different radio things and I have my different radio drops. You can change the range on your wheels, so you can go +8, +16, +50. Now, coming from turntables, there is some getting used to on the platter feel. It doesn't feel exactly like vinyl, but it's pretty close. The hardest thing that you're getting used to is you have a clock and muscle memory feel from vinyl, where if it's this many BPMs, you know that a 4 count is going to take you to like roughly here, and then that's what your spin back is, where you don't even have to look. You could just go boop, boop. That takes some getting used to here in a digital world, and to be honest, I just started getting used to it because the Rane 4 operates differently from the Rev 7 and the Rane 1. Just play with it. You know, go out to your local retailer when this unit drops and just play with it. We've thought about a lot of things here in development of the Rane Performer, from how it feels to the effects that we have to the displays and what we like, what we don't like. I'm pretty simple. I want something that works. I want something that I can rely upon. I want something where it feels like I won't break it. I've broken other products in the past, and you know, I'm notorious for breaking crossfaders. I broke a crossfader on the S9. I broke a crossfader on the SRT. TSA broke my turntables. Secret Service broke my 1000 SRT when I was DJing for them. So I go hard on my gear. And for me to be comfortable in bringing this out and playing out in the wild with this, you guys saw it over the Super Bowl weekend, and I've had it out with me. No one's known because I've been behind a booth or I've been up in the skybox, and you can't see what I'm using. It's just me in the room. So I'm comfortable with already taking it out. If you have a good case, take it out. The ability to hop into stems while not getting rid of this and not having to mini map anything else. Like, yeah, like I get it. You can mini map things and you can extend the life of your gear. Being able to use this gear confidently where I don't have to take my eyes off of what's going on with my clients, what's going on in the field of play, what's going on, whether it be a wedding ceremony or a corporate event. Okay, now I know you guys are a little confused about the timeline of this video. In reality, I started shooting it in late November of 2023 when I received the first demo unit, the first beta unit. And now we're closer towards release where some people have seen it. Oh my God, I've seen the Rane perform at the Super Bowl. I have to include this last portion because this recent update has something that's pretty dope. It's called Stems EQ. And the best way that I can explain it is you hit Shift and your Q button, and you can use the high pitch as the acapella volume, the mid as the bass, and the bottom, your low frequencies, as the kick. And I've used it already at shows. It helps you get more creative on how you control stems. It's not just, oh, let me stem out here and there and bring in an acapella, bring in the kick, bring in the melody, and bring in the bass. You can control what portions of the elements come in and out. And I can't wait for more mixers and controllers to be able to incorporate not just stem split and stems, but stem EQ. The way that Rane did it is perfection. And you guys got to check it out on how you can use it and incorporate it into your workflow. That's your Rane Performer, y'all. And I want to know what you guys thought about this. Let me know what questions you have. Again, I've been using it since November. I've had some time to play with it. And pretty much DJing, it's intuitive. It's second nature. Everything feels and is laid out where it's supposed to be laid out for me. I know that other people like the workflow of a Pioneer, and that's okay. That's your workflow. Some people like the workflow of Denon, and that's okay. That's your workflow. There are some controllers, and I know they're smaller controllers. They're microcontrollers. You feel squished when you're going like this, where it's just, you got like T-Rex arms going back and forth. With the Performer And the Rane 4, I don't feel that. With the SRT, I didn't feel that. Everything else is pretty much what you want it to be. It's a controller. Helps you play music. You DJ with it. I don't know what the price point is going to be when it drops, and I don't know when I get to drop this video. Right now, it's snowing outside, and it's February. That's it. That's your Rane Performer, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Again, let me know what your thoughts are, what features you want me to answer questions on, what you might want to see. The whole thing is still evolving. I'm sure that there's going to be more firmware updates, and with firmware updates means more things like this. Again, my name's DJ Yoshi. Hit comment, hit like, share this video out. I'm trying to monetize in 2024. I just started this YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more things about business, how to build a six-figure business, we have things like that on this channel. And I also play a lot of golf too. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Shout out to Chris Roman. Shout out to the entire team at Rane. I salute you guys. Thank you so much for having me as part of your beta test team for this. And I'm so thrilled that we could finally bring to you the Rane Performer. Peace, y'all.
DJ Yoshi.